Alright, so I came across this pasta making machine at an insanely affordable price. I had to get it. To try it out, I decided to make some homemade spaghetti with meatballs. For the dough, I dumped 2 cups of flour on my work surface and made a well in the middle. I cracked in 3 eggs, added a tablespoon of cooking oil and a teaspoon of salt. With a fork, I started whisking the eggs and slowly incorporating the flour into the mix. When the dough was dry enough to handle, I brought it together and went on to knead it for about 12 minutes. I covered the dough up and set it aside to rest. For the meatballs, I added minced meat to a bowl, added some breadcrumbs, minced garlic, scallions, salt, black pepper, and an egg. I then mixed everything together nice and proper. I oiled my hands up and formed the meatballs. I transferred them to an oven tray and into the oven to bake. As the meatballs baked, I got started with the sauce. I decided to boil 3 tomatoes for a few minutes to help get rid of the skin. I then added some cooking oil to a pan and tossed in diced onions and garlic. I fried them for a few minutes, added some tomato paste and cooked that up for a couple of minutes as well. I then went in with my peeled chopped tomatoes, some salt, mixed dry herbs and black pepper. I fried until the tomatoes were cooked, then went in with 2 cups of water. At this point, the meatballs were pretty much cooked through, so I took them out of the oven and added them to the gravy. I let the sauce cook down for a few minutes, flipping the meatballs halfway through. And when the sauce was nice and thick, I was home. On to the pasta. Unfortunately, my dough had dried out a bit, but it wasn't beyond workable. I divided it into 4 pieces, flattened the piece, before adjusting the machine to the biggest size setting and passing the dough through. With every complete rollout, I was adjusting the machine a size smaller. After the smallest size rollout, it was time to make the pasta shape. The machine only has fettuccine and the spaghetti setting. I went for the spaghetti. I carefully rolled out the pasta strips, making sure to dust with some flour as well. And we have final product. A bit drier than my usual pasta, but it's all in the taste. I cooked the pasta in some salted boiling water for a few minutes, transferred it to a bowl and added the sauce and meatballs. Hey, so despite my skepticism, the pasta turned out really good. The meatballs were fantastic too, just so soft and moist. I can't wait for more adventures with this little pasta making machine of mine.